Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Lent devotional series, Connecting Deeply with God Through Music, where I talk about some beloved hymns, a little bit about the history and background of the hymns, and then I share a recording of it. This week, I'm talking about Nearer My God to Thee, written by Sarah F. Adams, the text was, and the tune was written by Lowell Mason. The powerful lyrics and emotional melody of Nearer My God to Thee never ceases to move me, a response echoed by many. A cherished song, Nearer My God to Thee, originated from an unlikely source, a feminist woman with a love for the theater. Sarah Fuller Flower Adams was born in 1805 to Benjamin and Eliza Flower. Her father was Benjamin Flower, a controversial writer devoted to political activity and reform. He was an editor for a radical newspaper and was imprisoned for 6 months after criticizing a local bishop. Sarah was strongly influenced by her father and developed both feminist and progressive views. Both Sarah and her sister Eliza received an education at home. After their mother died, their father continued that education and often took Sarah and Eliza with him on travels. Benjamin Flower was a strict Christian and believed in the influence of Bible study and prayer. However, he was extremely tolerant of other religions. Both Sarah and her sister were taught to accept nothing and question everything. Sarah faced a spiritual crisis at the age of 20. In a letter to the minister of her Unitarian church, W.J. Fox, she expressed, quote, "I would give worlds to be a sincere believer, to go to my Bible as I used to, but I cannot," unquote. After her father died in 1829, she suffered a full breakdown and did not write for 4 years. And after her recovery, Sarah began writing again. Her sister Eliza published political songs and music to hymns and anthems for South Place Chapel. Some included words written by Sarah. Sarah married William Adams in 1834. He was an inventor and engineer who also wrote for progressive political causes. Sarah had a love of the theater, and her husband encouraged this passion. She detoured from writing and had a successful brief acting career, but ultimately had to give it up due to poor health. Sarah's pastor in London was William J. Fox, an English Unitarian who fought for women's rights and freedom of press. Nearer My God to Thee was written in response to one of his sermons based on Genesis 28, verses 10 through 22. The Bible story, often called Jacob's Ladder or Jacob's Dream, tells the story of Jacob's experience at Bethel. Jacob found a stone while traveling towards Haran. He put the stone under his head, lay down, and slept. He then dreamed of angels ascending and descending a ladder. After the dream, Jacob took the stone and poured oil on it. He then made a vow, saying, "If God will be with me, and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and clothing to wear, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then the Lord shall be my God, and this stone which I have set up for a pillar shall be God's house. And of all that you give me, I will surely give 1/10 to you." Sarah's sister Eliza suffered from tuberculosis. Cared for by Sarah, Eliza succumbed to the disease in 1846. Sarah unfortunately died 2 years later from the same disease. The tune to Nearer My God to Thee was originally set to music written by Sarah's sister, Eliza. However, the hymn tune most recognized today was composed by Lowell Mason in 1856. This tune is named Bethany for reasons unknown. Lowell was a music educator and church musician. Nearer My God to Thee was played as President James Garfield's body was buried in 1881. It was also played upon the announcement of President William McKinley's death. The hymn has been featured in many TV shows and movies. Perhaps most famously, Nearer My God to Thee appeared in the 1997 movie Titanic, played by the onboard musicians as the ship was sinking. Some say this scene mirrored a real-life situation during the actual Titanic sinking of 1912. However, this is not confirmed, and Mason's tune was unlikely to have been played by English musicians since the text was not paired with Bethany in Britain at the time. On a side note, I personally love the idea that these musicians played as the boat was sinking down. It's obviously very sad, but having that much passion for music and playing this beautiful melody is a really beautiful idea to me. So I wouldn't say I'm disappointed if that didn't happen, because they probably wouldn't have survived the sinking, but it is a very interesting idea. So we might never know though. I thoroughly enjoyed learning about this wonderful hymn and about the incredible woman responsible for the beautiful text we know and love. Next time you hear the powerful words of Near My God to Thee, remember that it was written by a strong woman who asked questions. She struggled with her faith like many do, but ultimately pulled through. And happy Women's History Month. And here's Near My God to Thee.